Okay, so this video is going to go over how to use flashbangs correctly. Now, before we get started with the flashbangs, I just want to explain a really simple concept for those of you that don't know, since this is mainly aimed at beginners. If I'm holding this angle right here, say I have an AWP, pretend I have an AWP. If I'm holding this angle right here, and a guy peeks into me, who do you think has the advantage? Do you think the guy peeking in should be able to kill me more often than not, or do you think I should be able to kill the guy peeking in more often than not? Now, there is an argument to playing online and whether or not you get a piggy's advantage or whatnot, but in general, the way you should think of it is who has to do the most work, who has to do the harder thing. So for me, my crosshair is already there. All I've got to do is wait till I see someone and click. And as soon as I click, that guy's dead. At least if I've timed it when it's on him. Now for this guy, he has to run here, probably already scoped in. So he has to peek along. Now he's going to move slower because he has the AWP. That's one side of this. He also has to wait till he stops. He then has to look, see if there even is anyone there. And if there is someone there, he has to put his crosshair on them. He then has to shoot. And then they might die. Now in all that time, if this guy's fired, he's already dead. So hopefully you understand the guy holding the angle has his advantage. Peeking into angles is really risky. You can do it, you can catch people by surprise. For example, if I've been holding this angle for say I've been holding it for 30 seconds and I've just been staring at this angle and someone suddenly peeks in, I might be caught by surprise, I might not react as quick. He could catch me. He could even, a really good technique for countering stuff like this, I won't go too in depth on this, but basically you can pre-fire, so I can see where this edge of the building is. I know that he's going to be roughly around here. You could either wall bang him through here. That's not a pre-fire, but it's a wall bang. It's still, you can still do it. Or he can just, he knows that the edge of this is likely to have someone there. Now you peek out, you instantly shoot, and you fall back. Now he shot before he'd even had time to process whether or not there was a guy there. That's what makes it a pre-fire. He's shooting before he's had time to think, should I be shooting now? He's just decided I'm going to shoot no matter what. So yeah, a couple of different things, but basically what you need to know is the guy holding the angle should have the advantage. And now this is where flashbangs come in. So flashbangs are meant so that you can get people off angles, you can push people off angles, you can peek into angles a lot safer, you can push into sites a lot safer. So if we've got loads of people watching this choke point here, we've learned how to use smokes already. So say we've got a smoke down here. This is a common T-side smoke you're going to throw because you're going to block off this point from here. Now, say you've got a smoke down there, and we'll have a smoke down coffins as well, because people like to play there. It's a good choke point to put smokes in. Now, say you got a guy over here, maybe a guy here. You could even have a guy fountain. Good flash to throw. Goes on this roof up here. So you can see, we can actually see that flash from all over site. We can see where it popped off from. So a guy holding here, unless he's right back, which he probably will be, so it's probably not going to get him, but if he's up a bit more, it gets him. New box, it gets him. It gets most of site, and the best thing about it is it doesn't get your own team. You can see the building's in the way, so that's a really good flash to throw on the way in. You've got to bear this in mind when you're throwing flashes, who's going to get hit by it. So hitting the enemy team and guaranteed not hitting your own team is an amazing flash. You should always be throwing this flash on the way into B site. There's no reason not to. If it doesn't get anyone, then you've wasted $200. If it does get someone on the CT side, you've bought your team a couple of seconds where that guy's taking up the fight. He can't see anything. He could die in that time. It's basically, there's no reason not to throw it, is my point. So flashes such as this, they're really risky. Needs to go a bit higher than that actually. Not that high though. So flashes like that, yeah, this will get all of sight, but it's also going to get all your team. All your team are going to be running around here. This is going to pop right in their face. So either your team turns around and then spins back at the exact moment it goes off, or your team gets full blind and then you blind your team, you blind the enemy. Like, you're just delaying at that point. And quite often you're not going to hit the whole of the enemy team. So say one of them doesn't get hit, they can just now mow all you down. So don't throw flashes like this. They're risky. You need to coordinate with your team really well if you're going to be throwing stuff like that. You should be throwing flashes that aren't going to get your team, that your team don't need to worry about. And yeah, that'll help your team out. That'll help you take the site. So for tees, it's about pushing people off angles. So if a guy's holding coffins and you know it, you might want to bounce a flash around here. When it goes off, peek in, and now you're holding that angle. And then when he peeks to coffins again, you're already holding it, you can kill him. It's quite an easy kill. So there's one way you can use it. Another way is, say if you're on CT side, start of the round, you know people might be rushing banana. You can push up here and then spray them down. But what if you've got an AWP holding this corner up here? Or what if they're running up and they all have SMGs that are quite accurate while they're running? They can just spray you down if they see you. So what you might want to do instead is throw a flash, something like this. Now you can see that didn't get me at all. But if you look where it is, it gets the entire banana. Every single person in banana will be hit by this. I have loads of videos on banana, like of matchmaking games where I throw this flash an entire 5-man team, go to here, spray them all down, and nobody can see me. Nobody even has a clue where I am. People end up team killing each other. That flash is one of the best in the game in my opinion. I found that, and I use it pretty much every round on banana, whether I'm peeking or not. You can turn from it, obviously. You hear it off the wall, you see it for quite a little while, but people generally don't. So yeah, it's really good. It doesn't get your team unless they're pushing like up to here, in which case it gets them a little bit. You'll see here. So if you're gonna flash and then run forward and hold at the wall, it makes your screen flash like that. But if you're just gonna hold near where the car used to be over here, it doesn't do anything here. So really good flashes to use. On CT side, that's how flashes should be used. They should be used when you think they're pushing. So say you hear loads of steps in banana pushing up. Really good flash to throw is this one. So this is going to pop right in everyone's face. And again, everyone should now be blind. They should just be not really know what's going on. They'll be disorientated. They might fall back. Some of them might just stand still. Some might just spray and hope they'll land a lucky shot. And now when that flash goes off, straight after it's gone off, you should be peeking, seeing what's going on, see how many people you hit, shoot them down. You should probably have a guy over at CT ready to peek when it goes off. Basically, don't peek into an angle unless a flashbang's already gone off. That's a good rule of thumb. But equally, don't just be throwing flashbangs for the sake of it, because you don't want to be hitting your own team. You want to coordinate, right, I'm throwing a flashbang now. And hopefully the guy on your team over here, you've coordinated where this flashbang's going to go, so ahead of time he knows where to turn from. So what you could do for this setup, you could be like, right, I'm lined up a flashbang ready to hit them as they rush out of banana. Just be aware. Now your other guy's like, right, okay, I'm aware. He's holding this angle over here, so he's got an AWP, he's holding this little crack. Now he sees someone, he shoots, he misses. He's like, right, they're pushing. He's going to fall back a little bit, he's maybe going to hold this angle. You're going to be like, right, I'm flashing now. He's like, right, okay, this flash is going to come over, maybe I can peek with this. So he's going to walk up, maybe run up. Flash is going to go off. The second it goes off, he's going to peek, shoot, hopefully hit a guy. Then he's going to fall back. And now you haven't hit your own teammate. You've given him a free chance at getting a kill. He's basically had like a free shot. There wasn't much risk involved because the other team was probably flashed. So yeah, it's win-win all around. He's had a free shot. He's still alive. All you've used is a flash. You should just basically coordinate your flashes really well. Flashes should be used for free peaks. I use free kind of loosely because obviously people can turn from flashes. Flashes might miss. People can just hit shots on timing. So for example, if someone is holding the car position, I throw this flash and then go over here. Now the second the flash goes off, he might just shoot just on instinct of like, I'm flashed, so but I've got nothing better to do, I may as well shoot and then fall back, and maybe he hits me, maybe he gets lucky. That will happen occasionally, but you should be throwing the flash. You shouldn't just be dry peeking. Like, you might catch people off guard every now and then just doing a straight peek without a flash. You could do it say once a game, but I wouldn't recommend it. Flashes should be used to peek angles. And that's about it. That's all I can think of explaining for now with flashes. Just make sure you don't hit your team. Make sure you're flashing places where your team can't see where they're not going to get hit. And make sure you're not dry peeking angles. It's about all you should be taking away from this video, really. So hopefully this helps. If you liked it, leave a like. If you want to see more of this sort of stuff and get better at CS, then subscribe. I'm going to be going over Molotovs and HEs in the next couple of videos. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.